I just got out of the shower, getting all squeaky clean and ready for a productive day at work of sitting in front of my computer and playing Apex Legends on stream. And I came to the conclusion while I was in there that while I might be washed both literally and figuratively in the game of Apex Legends, the development team at Respawn did us dirty again by giving us not only a Seer rework that made him potentially better than he was before, but maybe even more fun. And this was all after we thought he was getting nerfed. And yes, before any of you say anything, most of us did think he was getting nerfed. As we saw here, this tweet from Alpha Intel on June 15th, when this was all announced, Seer has been significantly nerfed in the patch notes for next week's event. All three of his abilities have been updated: reduced range, removal of healing and the revive cancel, shorter scan times, and more. See below for the list of full changes. And let's be honest, the earth rejoiced. This was just about as important as God giving light to the earth. We were all super excited for the removal of Seer from our minds and our hearts, and the cancellation of all your heals and all of your revives. Finally out the window, no one was going to play Seer anymore, and we were all super thankful for it. We scrolled out and see the Seer changes in the patch notes, and it was all good news. We thought, hey, you know what? Maybe we had a chance here. There was passive heartbeat sensor, ranges reduced by 1/3. The initial heartbeat delay significantly reduced. His ultimate got reduced as far as how far you could throw it, and there's no diamonds when you scan people anymore. But the creme de la creme, the piece of glory that we were all excited to see, was all the tactical changes, which was reduced range, a little bit of an increased firing speed, but that was okay because they removed the heal cancel and the revive cancel and the interruption for respawn beacons. The most annoying part of Apex Legends by far was getting 8 seconds through a Phoenix kit and having it canceled, and you had to start all over, and you just knew you were dead because you were on scan for 10 seconds, which was also no longer the case because they reduced the scan time to 2.5 seconds instead of 8. So this all looked amazing. The scan was once again now including a full body highlight, but that was okay. You know, your health bar was shorter. It wasn't up on the screen for 8 seconds. It was only 2.5 seconds. So you could, it's like Bloodhound, right? You could get over the fact that you had a full body highlight. That wasn't that important anyway. But now enemies hit by focus of attention were slowed for 2.5 seconds, and there was a silence time increased to 10 seconds. If you didn't know, not only did Seer cancel your abilities, but you weren't able to use them for just like a quick moment, 1.75 seconds. It was noticeable, but it wasn't that big a deal. Now there's a bit of a silence time, kind of like Revenant, where you can't use your abilities for a period of time after. But everyone thought, you know what? The heals are gone. The scan's not nearly as long. The removal of heals, rather, I should say. So all the cancels are gone. The scan time is much shorter. His ultimate got a little bit nerfed. This is a glorious day indeed. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be blessed and rejoice in it, for Seer is no longer here. And it took us, you know, a little bit of time to celebrate. About 6 minutes, as you see on Baby Ducks' tweet. Apex literally murdered Seer, LMFAO, and you know, we were all super excited about it. And then the update actually came. And we have determined that, you know what, maybe he's not that bad at first. We saw here a video from Milky Sniper. This is how it looks like to get silenced by Seer for 10 seconds. So you can see it's pretty quick, actually. They did speed up the time that it takes to cast the tactical. And now you can't use your ability for 10 seconds. It's like, okay, well, you know what? I can't do anything for 10 seconds. I guess that's fine. You can also see, while that scan is there, only 2.5 seconds, but now there's a little thing showing that you've been silenced. It's like, you know what? Not a big deal, right? It could be worse. The only thing to note maybe is that, okay, it's really hard to get out of the Seer tactical now, right? Like, you see it, and you're stunned for a little bit, right? There's a bit of a movement stun. You're like, okay, well, you know what? At least he's not canceling my bats anymore. But as it turns out, he actually might have got better. He might be better. And one of the only people that I saw actually saying this could be a buff was, in fact, Reps, where TSM Reps, he's been playing Seer for TSM's professional Apex Legends team for a while. He said, everyone thinks Seer got nerfed. Skull emoji. Lots of people saying, you know, you're a Seer crutch, and his ult got gutted, and what are we thinking? Some people saying, please don't tell me it was bait. This is saying, you know, bad players are going to struggle with this change. And honestly, now he was vindicated. Seer is so much more fun now. Seer actually did become a more fun legend to play, believe it or not. And some people are even saying that Seer is more broken than before. I'll go ahead and show you this clip. This clip kind of speaks for itself. This is Imperial House perspective as well as Reps playing with the new Seer.
Bro, that guy was literally couldn't move.
Once you get scanned by this tactical, it's GG's for you.
Funny,
it's a free kill.
I'm just gonna slow someone and you guys are gonna be on top of them and just kill them instantly.
Bro, I thought that guy was trolling or something. Like,
oh, he just can't move, bro.
Literally can't move.
Bro.
As soon as you get scanned, they literally can't move.
Seer's nerfed.
It didn't take long for pro players to realize, holy crap, if I could get someone on Seer scan, it's a free kill. And you're seeing it here.
Guaranteed kill.
Yes, I know.
It's guaranteed. It's just absurd. You can see
Sliding in with a fucking Devo.
right from the start. Look at all these movement stuns. It's absurd. They can't do anything. So the movement stun became seriously a huge deal, and quite frankly, it almost is a free kill. This character is actually fun to use now. It feels more like a fighting legend more than ever before. Obviously, he was used for fighting because you were able to use him for things like, you know, intelligence, seeing how healthy people are, canceling their revives and heals and whatnot to keep them weaker. But now the kills are just as easy, just in a different way. Before, you were able to cancel their heals, which helped you kill them easier, and you were able to have 10 seconds of seeing their overall health, which helped you gauge whether you should get in there or not get in the fight. Now, instead, they're just as easy to kill, but in the opposite direction. His tactical slows them down for 3 seconds, and it's easier to hit someone with the tactical. So it's basically a, I'm going to send you as soon as this tactical hits because I know you can't escape anymore. It's like a tether and a Revenant Q. It's Ashe and Revenant combined at the same time with a Bloodhound scan. It's like 3 tacticals in one. Seer got even more fun. I can't believe it. And if you don't believe me that Seer is actually more fun, all we have to do is look over here at Seer's pick rate. It's up to 3.4%, which you think might not be very much, but you can see since his rework, it's up 55.55%. People are actually having fun playing the character. This godforsaken character, the character that absolutely, it's just insane, right? It's just insane. It's actually improving every single day. Probably every hour there are more Seer players getting involved saying, oh wait, this is fun. This is a free kill. This is literally a Bloodhound scan, plus an Ashe tether, plus a Revenant Q, all at once. And I get an ultimate that still tells me where everyone is, and I have passive wall hacks. This character's fun now. This is an attack legend. This character's awesome. And honestly, I feel like we all got done dirty. Here we are with Seer, thinking that he was going to get a big nerf, and yet again, he is probably the best character in the game. It just never changes. We are cursed. The lore is that Seer is cursed, but truly, it is us that's cursed with yet another Seer meta, this time for just a different reason. He still is probably the best character in the game. It might not even be close. I don't know if this is a buff, but it makes him more fun, and anytime a legend gets more fun, you see more of them, so it kind of becomes, you know, a de facto buff. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, because, yeah, Seer's here to stay, and now that he's got a rework and he's even better, I don't think anything's going to change on him anytime soon, so better get used to it. Get those free kills while you can. That's about it. See ya.